Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking for some jeans that look like jeans but are really comfy pants. Something with an elastic waist, something that I can wear that doesn't pull on my frame, that doesn't bind me, that's not too tight. Something that's not peg leg because that pulls down on my frame and it causes my lower back to get sore. So I have my very, very dearly loved boyfriend jeans at home. However, they are causing problems for my frame. They hang on my frame in a certain way because they're like hipster jeans, and so every time I wear them, my lower back is sore. And I was like, why is this happening? I don't understand. They're super loose. There's tons of give because they're boyfriend style. They're super loose in the hip and everything, and they're not peg legged, and they're comfy and they're soft, but yet for some reason they just sit wrong on my hips. So if you ever have a problem with your jeans where they're too tight, they're binding, they're pulling on your back, they're causing some kind of an issue, and you want to wear jeans and the jean fabric, but you don't want tight or binding jeans, and you don't want them too loose either, and the back pockets may not look very good on you, or you may feel like they widen you in some areas and you don't want to do that, or you can't find a style that sits just right on your waist. This is going to be the alternative to that, because not all of us can wear regular jeans, and I'm one of them. So I will no longer be wearing regular cut jeans. This is what I'm switching to now because it's better for my hips and my back. So let's get into Kohl's and see what we can find. Let's get started. The pair on the right are the darker wash, so they make me appear slimmer, but at the same time, the gathering down around the ankles kind of cuts my leg off. So the other ones on the left-hand side have a different wash, but yet I love the cuff at the bottom. It elongates the legs much better. All right, so we're back in the car now. I found some. I tried on like 5 pair. Now, the ones I got, I actually got in the teen section. So they're from the Sew line. And these are the mediums, as you can see. They're high-rise, pull-on straight. And what I really love about these is they are stretchy. So not only are they comfy and soft, they're also, the jean fabric is super stretchy. So you have the stretchy jean fabric, and you have the comfort of the waistband, which is totally elastic. I thought ladies, I didn't think I was gonna get these. Because I thought, oh my gosh, is this gonna look hokey on me? You know, with the elastic waist. But you know what? They're great. They're cut just perfect. They do not look hokey at all. So no belt loops. They do have back pockets just like regular jeans. So that's nice. But man, are these comfortable, ladies. Oh, I tell you. So even if if your size range goes above 10 or 11 and you need to go into the bigger sizes, then I don't know if they have an extra large. They might have an extra large, and then of course it depends on your height too. So my height is 5'4", so these fit perfect. The cut is better in the teen department. Sometimes they just don't get it right in the women's department. I don't know why that is. Sometimes they're too boxy, or sometimes the crotch part hangs too low and it looks like you got all this fabric there and it looks funny. It's more, their clothes are more form-fitting and more structured, unless they're designed to be floppy and oversized. I love, love, love these. And they're having sales right now. They've got cute pockets down here lower, and of course you have pockets up here, which is a total must. This is so practical, ladies. If these were standard jeans, these pockets would be far too tight to put your cell phone or your keys in. But you know, you're walking the dog, you want to put your house keys in there or something, these pockets are generous. But they don't go down too low that they distort your hip area, and they're not too wide where they make your hip area look wider. You don't want to do that. So you want to keep your profile, not slim and contour to your shape. And these definitely contour. So these are kind of a medium wash, which is another thing. If you get the lighter wash, that's great. But remember, light expands and dark contracts. So if you want to go for a lighter pair, you may take a look, try a dark pair on and a lighter wash on, and then snap a photo of yourself inside the dressing room of each pair, and then switch back and forth between the two pairs, and you'll see what I mean. The darker ones, the darker washes are going to give you a more slimmer look than the lighter washes. So unfortunately they didn't have this one in a dark wash, so I went with the medium wash, which is not bad. Another question that some women may ask is, can women 50 plus, 60, and even 70 wear the washed look? Absolutely. As long as they're not too ripped up. Some ripping is fine, some distressing is fine. Just as long as it's not over the top, you absolutely can. Now, these are not distressed other than they have a little bit of a wash on the back and the front of them. As you can see, there's the darker wash here, and then they have like a strip of a wash, and it follows through on the back as well. So these do have back pockets. These do have no buttons up front and no zipper. Yay! So these are like pajamas for the daytime, which I absolutely love. Another thing I loved about these was the fact that the cuff is not peg leg, but it's not the wide leg. And you'll see in the video footage, I'm gonna show you here. Let's cut to the video footage and I will show you the difference between the styles that I tried on. Let's get started. Okay, so I tried those styles on, and as you can see, some of them were quite wide leg, and that can be very attractive. Even if you have like white sneakers on and the toes are peeking out, that can be a really sexy, cool look. But to pull off the wide leg, you have to have a certain body shape for that. Like Jennifer Lopez wears the wide legs, and she wears them so well because they're fitted around the hip area and then they go wide. Also, wide legged pants look good if you wider in the hips. So if you're wider in the hips, then going all down with that width kind of balances your frame out a little bit. If you're really wide in the hips, wearing something with peg legs is going to change your figure. It's going to draw your attention to the hips, and then it's not going to balance out on the bottom. So if you're like me and you tend to have more wider hips, you want to stay away from the pants that come to a peg leg or ones that come too tight on the calf, because it won't look as balanced as it could if you got a leg that fits for your frame. So these are perfect, and these are probably measuring 1, 2, 3, 4. These are probably 5.5 inches wide. They're so stretchy. This fabric is like butter. It is so soft. If you can see the inside there, it is kind of like a glorified, I want to say, sweatpant material, but it is jeans. All right, so these were juniors, of course. They were $39.99. They were on sale for $31.99, and then I got a special offer. They were giving out coupons when I walked in. I was like, yeah, I'll take one of those. It was great. I had canceled my Kohl's card. This is probably topic for another video, but I canceled my Kohl's card because the interest rate was through the roof. I could not believe it. I forgot it was a 24.7 or 27 point something. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And you know, they get you with the Kohl's cash, and then you got to come back, except for when they give you the Kohl's cash, it's not good for another week. So that's gets you back into the store again. And then you're buying more stuff. And the next thing you know, you've got all this stuff on your Kohl's card and you're paying on it. And that interest rate is just, you know, even if you pay every single month and pay it off every single month, you're still not really, they will give you the deals whether you're a Kohl's card member or not. So don't worry about that. So I canceled my Kohl's card recently, and I'm not looking back on that one. That was like a good move to do, because another thing that was a problem is the returns. When you charge a bunch of stuff on your Kohl's card and then you go in and you know, you're going to have some returns at some point. Then it's like, okay, we put it back on your account. Then you don't actually know how much is actually on there. And, you know, you're doing exchanges and returns. And then you're like, how much do I owe? Yeah. And then you got to log on to the site and all of that stuff just to find out what you owe. And so all of that became such a hassle. I just decided to nix the Kohl's card. So I got them for $28.73. So this may be an option for you. This is going to give you comfort. It's going to give you stretchability. And it's just going to be like wearing jammies, but you're wearing jeans. So you can still pair it with some cute tops. You can dress it up, dress it down. And I wanted ones with pockets on the back, just like standard jeans, because when you put your top on, your top's going to sit right over this stretchy part. And people are not going to know these are not anything but a regular pair of jeans. So these are kind of like, I want to say, These are kind of like deck jeans, like the kind you would wear on a sailboat with your Vans. You know, they've got the pocket that's kind of like that. So they're very comfy and stylish, and I think they're gonna work really good. So thank you so much for watching. As always, click subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Click like if you like this content, because that really helps my channel to grow. The algorithm picks up the likes. It calculates the likes, and if videos are liked a lot, then they get shown more. And it's almost more important than the subscription. So that really helps me out. However, if you don't like the content, then of course don't click like. Thank you so much again, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.